Hi everybody, it's Bridget. I am here to share with you a long-awaited video. A couple of people had some questions about my Bling-y bracelets that I had made for Anna, who is Ana Llanes here on YouTube. I had made her some bracelets for a swap that we were in, and I had a couple of questions as to how I assemble the bracelet and what I use as far as the cording and how I get the beads on. I will say right off the bat that I used to string jewelry and make money on the side for it when I was, like late teenager, young girl. I was taught by a friend of my mom's, so that went on to stringing and knotting pearls, and so I've always been a jewelry maker. But the thing is, when I got onto YouTube and started like poking around, my good friend Anna, hi Anna, who's Anna Fias 72 here, started sharing some of her jewelry, and I learned a lot from her. Now, she's also included like links to her videos, who she watches, and from there I've watched people and learned about different products through watching other videos, mainly through Anna, and Natalie makes bracelets, and so I've learned a lot from a lot of different girls. I don't remember who showed me about the glue and the needles. I want to say it's like an actual bead channel that I might have found through Anna. So with all my disclaimers out of the way, I want to show the few people who ask me questions how I go about assembling my jewelry. And it's so easy. I mean, really, it's so easy. If you have just the simplest of tools, you can make it. It doesn't have to be fancy, I promise. So I had several questions, which I think I learned about this through Anna, actually, or Natalie. I had several questions as to what cord I use. This can be found very easily at all your craft stores. It's called stretch cord, and it comes in different millimeters. You want to go a little bit higher, like 1 millimeter, I guess, if the beads are very heavy, but I don't really find you need it. And it looks like this. So that is it, and it does stretch without breaking. So this is the one that I'm using. It's 7.6 yards and 0.8 millimeters. So I also use this glue. It has a very fine point. I'll show you if this, okay, it looks like that, and then you put this back into it to not clog it. So what I do is at the end, when I knot my bracelet, I just put a little dab of that. So what I do is I just lay out everything the way I think that I'd want it. Like I choose my beads from, I just take out my whole stash. If I'm working with pinks, I take out most of my pink box, and then I lay it out sort of in a round. I know they sell trays and all that, felt things for your beads not to roll around. I don't really feel a need for you to have those things, and I don't buy them. I don't use them. I never have used them. So anyway, I cut always, it might be wasteful, I don't know, it depends on how big your wrist is or how small, approximately 10 inches, a piece 10 inches of the stretch cord. I found these also readily available at the craft store in the jewelry section. I think they're called jewelry frogs. I threw the packaging away, I'm really sorry. But what you do is you pinch it, and then you take the end of your, I know it's really hard to see, the stretch cord, and you kind of just put it in there And that's what it looks like. Okay, and that keeps everything in place, so you don't have to worry about your bead falling through, knotting it, the bead falls through the knot, you know, the knot's not big enough. And then I figure kind of where the end of the bracelet is going to be, and then I'll start there, and with enough room on the other end, if I make a mistake, I can string off the beads on this side. And then very simply, I just go, I hope I'm in frame, let me just look. And I start stringing. Generally, the beads take like 20 to 25 beads, depending on what, how big the beads are, if you use spacers. And then once you get the hang of actually putting beads on and making like a simple, just all bead bracelet, you can go and add fancier things like bails and hang charms from them, or just put the charms right through two of the beads with a jump ring. Super easy. And if you find that you're having a hard time putting the beads through, they do sell these, which I still haven't even used because I don't find a need for it. They're called collapsible eye needles, and they're just needles that will go, like if you put the bead through here, it'll just collapse into the bead and let the bead go. It's almost like wiring, basically, very super thin wire. But like I said, I haven't found a need for it. As you can see, the beads are just going right through. So let me just finish this off. And obviously, when you make your own beads, when you make your own bracelets, you have a million different possibilities. Millions of colors, metal tones, charms, no charms. Okay, I just wanted to, I know that this could tend to look boring to watch me string a bracelet, but I wanted to let you guys see, especially the girls that had questions, what the process was like and how easily the beads actually go through this stretch cord. Okay. Almost done. And I'll show you how I also do it at the end. A lot easier than you might think. Then what I'll do is I will put this piece, again, oops, hold on. Okay, what you want to do is you want to pinch it from the base, really. You don't want to pinch it too much out here. It might fly out of your hand. So pinch it, and then put that through, have it clipped. And then what I do is I will put it around my wrist, and I'll pretty much gauge whether or not that's going to fit. I don't want it too loose. I don't want it too snug either, so that when I knot it, it's going to be hard to see there. I want it to give a little bit, but I don't want it to be super loose, because when you knot it, then it's just going to hang off your wrist. So then I will take now, and I'll adjust it so that it'll just make me comfortable to make a knot. I'll try and make the two ends even. I will knot it pretty tightly. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Then I'll knot it again. Now, at that point, you could stop there, But what I do is I turn it over or inside out, and then I make 2 more knots on that side. Okay, so now you're left with that. What I usually do at this point is I will cut these pieces off as close as possible to the knot without, like, I don't even know if you can see that, it's so small. Okay, like that. And then what I will do is I will take this glue and I will just dab the tiniest amount. Let me just see if I'm in frame because I'm going to have to really look at this. Okay, there we go. And I will let it to dry. Okay, let me just put this down. I have to clean that off before. So that's pretty much it. That's the process. That's the knotting. And then once it's dry, I mean, I can just put it on now just to show you guys. You don't even see where the knot is. You don't even see where I had started or ended. And that's the bracelet. So depending on what you like, how big or small your wrist is, that's the process that I go through. And then it just comes right off. So I hope that helped. Thank you so much for your interest and for asking questions. If there's anything else I can help you guys with, just let me know. And I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye, guys.